the part about spiritual belief, in Ho'oponopono, there are many ways of relating and connecting with a power that's greater than yourself. We are so lucky in this modern times to be and to believe in different religions. Not all Hawaiians believe in the same akua. And so in Nāna I Ke Kumu, Volume 1, there are some references to the recognition that individuals may relate to a higher power that controls life and death. For example, you're in the hospital, the doctor says, we've done all that we can. There's nothing else we can do. What is the response of the family? They're encouraged to go out and do what they feel is necessary. So an example like that points out the name of that higher power may not be the same as the names of the Haku Ho'oponopono. But if they believed in a higher power, in the spirits, if they believe in grandpa, and that grandpa can help, family members usually have a common base in a higher power. And in social work, it is the purpose and the function that underlies the spiritualism that is universally connected. Power over life and death. And we have learned that in the Hawaiian population, we have many beliefs. And because it is not exclusive, as social workers, Richard and I promote the notion of the higher power that has control over life and death, known by many names. This is what we work with. So it allows us to not limit ourselves to just Akua, the four gods, Aumakua of different clans, but it allows us to go beyond our shores and do Ho'oponopono with other groups of people of ethnic backgrounds. Richard and I have found being solid in our own spiritualism and recognizing the diverse ways in which people turn to that higher power. We opened the way for them to reconnect to their higher power, to be involved in the Ho'oponopono process. I believe that Ho'oponopono is a spiritual based practice. So leaving out spiritualism, already you cannot call it Ho'oponopono.
let me just support what Lynette said, that in Ho'oponopono, spiritualism, spirit is fundamental, not religious dogma or religious doctrine, but there's a higher power amongst all of us that we are accountable to. I gotta share this story, and this is about Aunty Malia. When she was asked to speak at the United Nations NGO conference, and she asked me to accompany her as her koa, as her protector. Well, in the course of I was helping her with her speech, and while we were at Liliʻuokalani, she got a call, and I answered the call, and this was from the United Nations and the person that was responsible for the panel that she was going to be on. There were 3 members of the panel. Ralph Nader was one, the president of Algeria, and Aunty Malia. The person called and told her, whatever you do, do not mention Jesus Christ in your speech. She said, we will be amongst many Muslim nations, and we're asking you not to. And Auntie looked at me and she told me, hang up on that. I told her, well, we'll take it into consideration. Hung up. We were talking about spiritualism. Spiritualism. Her whole speech was about aloha, the fundamental values of family. Her speech was about honoring your kūpuna and what they have given us in any of our families. And she said, I'm going to mention Jesus Christ because he is my God. And I said, Auntie, it's like you give them the context though. You know, you're not preaching to them about religious doctrine. You're letting them know how Jesus has entered your life, but the whole issue of spiritualism. Well, anyway, we went over there. She had a retinue of people. We all went over, and I had to sit next to her during the presentation, her presentation. Most people had their translators on, and I was watching her speak, and like her mana and her aura of aloha came out. I have a copy of the speech. It's a very beautiful speech. She ended up with a standing ovation from many nations. And after we had the gathering after the speech, a lot of the leaders told her, you touched a chord in our hearts because you talked about family, you talked about aloha, and you talked about our elders because you're here. So the whole idea of being connected spiritually, the whole idea of honoring your elders and using that, she didn't talk so much about Ho'oponopono, but that sets the stage. So we cannot avoid that in Ho'oponopono. It's how you deliver it. It's like how you deliver, something to people that they may think it's unpalatable, but they gotta listen to it. And the spiritualism connects us, all of us. And so I just wanted to share a short story. I was amazed and I was proud of her and of the kind of response that came from what the leaders at UN told us, don't mention Jesus Christ. Well, she mentioned Jesus Christ, but she mentioned even more. It touched everybody there.